This is tip 4 of 5 ways to avoid power struggles. It's something that I think of called say it in 10 words or less. Now, I think of Molly, who is having a hard time with this, and she is a writer herself and gets very verbal, and so many parents do. They do what I call neck up parenting, which is when you see a child being emotional or you see something that needs to get done and they're reacting to you, we get really verbal and we start talking a lot. Like, this isn't that big of a deal. Just calm down. Please relax. Hey, we still haven't cleaned up these shoes. Are you kidding me? I've told you 1,000 times. Let's get this done. So many ways that we start talking, and the more that we're talking, we usually get that argument back. So if the child is arguing their case and we're arguing our case and we're going back and forth, we aren't getting anywhere. We're just being two ends pulling on both sides of the tug-of-war rope. So one thing you can do is to say less. A little less talk and a lot more traction. Meaning, try saying things in 10 words or less. One of my favorite ways to do this is I notice. So if it's about trying to get something done, instead of saying all of those things that I just did a minute ago, you could say, I noticed those shoes are still on the ground. Or it might be, oh, I noticed your homework's still not done. Oh, I noticed the coat's still on the table. I notice. You also can say this if you see some reaction from your child. Like if they're emotional and you want to say like, don't talk to me that way. You can start in with, I notice you're really frustrated. And pause and listen. I notice this is hard for you. And pause and listen. It's like letting go of that side of the power of the tug-of-war rope in your power struggle and holding their side for just a moment. Notice and pause and see how they may be able to solve the problem on their own. If they don't solve the problem on their own, you can take a slight pivot by asking them a curiosity question. I wonder how we could solve this. I notice, and then the pivot, I wonder how we could solve this. Less is more, a little less talk, and a lot more traction.